with Chris and the team at LGT, specifically the US team. Thank you very much for the hospitality and the great lunch. Come across a lot of clients who've been working in the US for big corporations, and part of their package, contributing to pensions, contributing to brokerage accounts, but also received or invested and currently basically own shares, company shares. Assuming somebody has a fully vested portfolio and are thinking of repatriating back to the UK to retire, where do they start?
Yeah, good, really good question. So look, first of all, we'd have to wait for all the shares to vest. So providing they're all vested, typically they're going to be with a big US broker. A lot of clients think they can't be moved back to the UK, and for example, if if you're a UK resident and don't want the assets in the US, then you can move them. Most firms in the UK will accept US, listed shares, even if they're part of a stock option scheme. So that's very, very straightforward. I guess from there on in, it's just, making sure that you're taking care of the risk side of things. So, shares are volatile, right? And whether it's a, huge company in the States or a smaller company, they can go up and down 30% pretty easily, right? And if you're considering that as part of their overall sort of retirement plan, then you want to minimise that risk as much as possible. So, whether that's diversifying away from, other tech, other names within that particular sector, or just selling down over time those investments. I guess the important thing is, if you've got someone in the UK with US shares, you want to make sure that you're getting a US tax report, covering sort of all the income and gains, but also just making sure that, again, just making sure it's compliant from both a UK and US perspective. Again, diversifying away, because stocks are inherently risky. And
I think the key takeaway there is they don't have to automatically be sold.
No.
I think that is something that people just assume, well, I'm leaving the US, I need to sell these shares.
Yeah.
Clearly would give them a taxable event. What you're saying, actually, those shares could be continuing to be kept and just moved onto a UK platform if they're going to move to the UK, and the tax side will actually be handled in years to come. Doesn't have to be an immediate event.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's sort of the same thing that we were talking about with mutual funds earlier. You don't have to sell them right away. You can spread it over a number of years. Even if you don't want to sell them, you can find a solution that's going to work for you. You might want to say, right, I really believe in this company because you worked there so long. You might want to keep them for 5-10 years, and that's absolutely fine too. I guess clients just want to know that there is a solution there.
Yeah, and especially from a tax perspective, a lot of clients who approach us, they're normally still working, or they're just retired. Typically, they still had quite high taxable income, disposing of assets in mutual funds, and probably not something they want to tackle straight away. So again, just the peace of mind of knowing that this could be unwound in years to come, when maybe you haven't got the same kind of taxable situation going on.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Chris, we'd just like to thank you for having us today and giving us a great insight into how you guys operate.
No problem at all. Always welcome to the LGT offices.
Thank you very much.